Welcome to my video on how to solve two-step linear equations. These are called two-step linear equations because x has been multiplied by something and then we've added something. We've done two things to x. But we want to figure out what x is. That is the goal. That is what it means to solve the equation. To figure out a number for x that will make this true. Again, maybe you can see an answer for this, maybe you can't. But either way, the working out is critical because when we go to some trickier questions, you might not be able to just immediately guess the answer because the answer might be a fraction or something. Anyway, so that's why the working out is going to be really important here, the structure. To solve this equation, we can undo the steps in the reverse order. Notice here, I started with x, then I multiplied it by 2, and then I added 1. And the answer was 7. If you want to figure out what my mystery number is, then you can say, well, I'm just going to do the opposite of what Mr. Ranieri did to get his secret number. Mr. Ranieri multiplied by 2 and then added 1, so I'm going to subtract 1. That's the opposite. That plus 1 was the last thing to happen, and that is going to turn into a negative 1, a subtract 1 on the other side. Everything else, the 2x, the equals, and the 7 gets copied down, and I have a therefore at the front. Now, hang on, 7 take 1, let's write this line again, but instead of 7 take 1, we'll write the answer to 7 take 1, which is 6. So if you ever see some maths that you can easily figure out, like 7 take 1, some arithmetic, I suppose, addition, subtraction, that sort of thing, then copy the line again, but replace it with the answer. And now we've got a simpler equation. This equation is simpler than that one. Okay, so I've done the opposite of adding 1. I've dealt with that. Now we can unravel the next step. This says 2x, but it really means 2 times x. There's an invisible symbol. This means 2 times x. So x here has been multiplied by 2. What is the opposite of multiplying by 2? Yes, it is dividing by 2. So the times by 2 here will turn into a divide by 2 on the other side. And this is how I like to write my divide by 2. Was a multiplied by 2, now it's the opposite on the other side. Everything else gets copied down, the x, the therefore, the equals, the 6, all the other stuff gets copied down. All right. Oh, we can figure this out. 6 divided by 2, what is 6 divided by 2? It's 3. So let's write the whole equation again, the therefore, the x, the equals, but we'll replace this here with 3, because 6 divided by 2 is the same as 3. Have I won? Yes, we win. We've got our answer, x equals something, and sure enough, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 really is 7. That really does make it true. Let's try another one. Here, 6x takes 7 equals negative 3. Ooh, this one is a lot harder to solve in your head because it's harder to guess what x might be, so this is where the strategy can help us. X was multiplied by 6, and then we subtracted 7. The last thing that we did was subtracting 7, so let's do the opposite to the other side. The opposite of subtracting 7 is adding 7. So everything gets copied down, 6x equals the negative 3. That minus 7 turns into a plus 7 on the other side. All right. Oh, we can figure this out. Negative 3 plus 7. This is going to be really messy, but if you imagine a number line, woo, there's 0, and there's negative 3 in me using a touchpad to try to draw this. Negative 3 plus 7, I need to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right here. So I'm going to end up at positive 4. So negative 3 plus 7, I can replace that with the answer, which is 4. Everything else gets copied down. Important. Everything else gets copied down. Whew, okay. 6x. Oh, there's an invisible symbol here, isn't there? 6x really means 6 times x. What's the opposite of multiplying by 6? Dividing by 6. So that times by 6 will turn into the opposite, a divide by 6 on the other side. Everything else gets copied down, the therefore, the x, the equals, the for. It's just that times by 6 is now a divide by 6 on the right-hand side. Now this is nice. It looks like we've won, which is cool. Yay, yay, yay. But I guess because we've got x equals something, right? It's not really fully simplified. We can simplify this fraction to make it look easier to read and understand. Can we simplify 4 over 6? Yeah, there is something that goes into 4 that also goes into 6. We can divide them both by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So the answer is 2 divided by 3. You don't have to do all 3 lines here. We could have just skipped this one out, and that would be fine. So our answer is fully simplified. If your answer is a fraction, please try to simplify it as much as you can, just like we did here, right? We didn't just get to our answer and say, okay, boss, the answer is 6 over 2. No, we're helpful people. So we try to simplify that, if we can. That one, simplified to 3. And 4 over 6, we can't simplify it to a whole number, but at least we can simplify it to a simplified fraction. I hope you have fun solving 2-step linear equations, and until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.